You know those platforms you use every single day? What if they weren't just tools, but toolboxes? And what if, right after you got comfortable using them, they turned around, handed you the keys and said, "All right, your turn. Go build something." That's the whole idea behind this incredible turning point called the Node 10 Awakening, and it all kicks off with one really simple question.
This question, it's at the heart of every single creator, every inventor, every innovator out there. It's that magic moment when you stop just using a thing and you start to see its real potential. You start to wonder, wait a minute, what more can this be? What can I make this thing do?
And see, it's so much more than just a question, right? It's the spark. It's the ignition point for a whole new era of innovation, what this material calls an age of imagination. So let's dive in and see exactly how this awakening happens, starting right at that moment the question gets asked. Okay, so first up, the builder's question. Now, this isn't a question you ask on day one. Nope. This is something that comes later, after you've really mastered the environment. It's when your whole perspective shifts from just being an operator inside the system to wanting to be a creator for the system.
So by the time you, as a node, a member of this network, reach this point, you're already deeply integrated. You own your digital identity, you've got this private AI assistant named Max helping you out, you're earning rewards, you totally trust the ecosystem because you've seen its value with your own two eyes. You're not just a tourist anymore, you're a resident.
And then, this message arrives from your AI, Max, and the language here is so specific and so powerful. It's not about operating anymore, it's about building. This is it. This is the moment of awakening. You've just been handed the key to a door you didn't even know was there. And that key? It unlocks a place called the Forge. Now, don't think of this as some scary, complex coding environment. Not at all. I want you to imagine it as your own personal AI-powered invention lab, where your ideas are the actual blueprints.
Simply put, the Forge is where your ideas become real. It's a special space designed for you to create brand new applications. They're called Nodecraft modules, which can then be shared and used by absolutely everyone else across the entire network.
And we're not talking about some abstract code here. Think about building real-world tools that people actually need. Things like a marketing engine for a small business, a publishing system for an author, or even governance tools to help an entire community organize itself. The possibilities are meant to be tangible, and they are absolutely vast.
And here's the absolute best part. You don't have to be a programmer. You just need an idea. You literally just have a conversation with Max, and in that moment, Max transforms from your assistant into your co-inventor, helping you design and assemble the exact system you are imagining.
But okay, this isn't just some hobbyist workshop in a digital garage. Every single tool that gets created in the Forge becomes a building block for something so much bigger, a brand new, self-sustaining economy, the Nodecraft economy.
And the way value flows here is incredibly straightforward. It's simple. You create a useful tool in the Forge, you deploy it to the network, and when other people find it valuable and start using it, you get rewarded for your creation. It's a direct line from your imagination straight to your income.
But that simple line, it's actually the fuel for this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle. Think about it. Every new tool makes the whole ecosystem more valuable, which attracts more users. And of course, some of those new users are going to get inspired and become builders themselves, creating even more tools. This is the network flywheel, and once it starts spinning, it just builds its own unstoppable momentum.
So this massive shift in economics and technology, it also triggers a really profound change within you, the user. Reaching Node 10 isn't just about unlocking a new future. It's about taking on a completely new identity in this digital world.
Just think about the architectural shift for a second. Most platforms are built top-down, right? A central team decides everything, and growth is slow and controlled. But here, that model is completely flipped on its head. Innovation comes from the edges, from the community itself. So growth isn't planned, it becomes organic, it becomes explosive, and it's wonderfully unpredictable.
And here's what that all boils down to for you. Before this moment, you were a node operator, a user, a participant. You used the system. But after the awakening, you become an ecosystem architect. You no longer just use the system, you actively shape its future for every single person who comes after you.
So let's zoom all the way out. What's the ultimate goal of all this? Where does this journey from user to architect finally lead? Well, it leads to the creation of something the source material calls the imagination engine.
The core philosophy here is a direct answer to the walled gardens of traditional tech. Instead of telling you all the things you can't do, this system is built from the ground up to ask you what you want to do. It's a blank canvas, not a coloring book. Its whole purpose is to invite and empower human creativity.
And the real measure of success here, it isn't just one person unlocking the Forge, not even close. The true milestone, the real goal, is when thousands of people are all building all at the same time. Imagine an orchestra where every musician is also a composer, all writing new music at once. That's the scale of creation we're talking about.
Because when that happens, when you hit that kind of scale, the very definition of the project changes. It's not just a tech platform anymore. It becomes something so much bigger, so much grander. A living, breathing, civilization-scale ecosystem for knowledge and creation.
Which brings us right back to where we started, to that first question. But now, it's not a hypothetical anymore. It's a direct invitation. This entire system is designed to empower you to answer it. So, what new tool, what service, what system do you believe should exist in the world? Because now you can be the one to build it.